Oh wow, okay, so here's the deal with House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Even though House of the Dragon has a way bigger budget, it still hasn't beaten Game of Thrones when it comes to critical acclaim and ratings. Like, people thought this prequel would capture the same magic that made Game of Thrones such a huge deal, but honestly, it's been kind of tough for it to reach that level of success. So yeah, House of the Dragon spent tons more money. We're talking nearly $20 million per episode in Season 1, and even more in Season 2. That's huge compared to Game of Thrones, which started out with about $6 million an episode and only increased a bit as it got more popular. And a lot of that cash went into those amazing CGI dragons and paying the big-name cast. But here's the thing, despite all that money, the ratings just aren't there. If you check IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes, House of the Dragon scores are usually lower than Game of Thrones. The first season kinda matched Game of Thrones, but then the second season ratings dropped pretty sharply. Fans were definitely feeling let down. Meanwhile, Game of Thrones kept strong ratings pretty much throughout its run. Seasons 3 through 7 all scored above 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Season 4 even hit 97%. Yeah, the final season had some critics, but overall, the show had way stronger writing, deeper characters, and great performances. Why? Because Game of Thrones wasn't just about flashy effects. It really nailed the storytelling and character development. The writing was solid, the dialogue was gripping, and the actors brought those complex characters to life in a way that made us care a lot. On the flip side, House of the Dragon looks amazing. Seriously, the visuals and CGI are next level. But a lot of fans and critics feel like the story and character arcs don't have the same depth or impact. You can't just rely on high production value. If the story and characters don't connect, it's hard to win over the audience. So yeah, in short, even with a bigger budget and crazy cool effects, House of the Dragon hasn't quite matched Game of Thrones when it comes to storytelling and emotional punch. Both shows are on Max right now, so if you want, you can watch and decide for yourself. That's why House of the Dragon still can't beat Game of Thrones in ratings and critic scores.